Have you ever noticed this weird pattern in your life? Every time things start going right, your brain suddenly whispers, okay, but when is this going to go wrong? You finally get a break. Your life feels calm. No chaos, no drama, no emotional fires to put out. And instead of enjoying it, your mind goes into detective mode. You overthink texts that don't need thinking. You question people who are actually treating you well. You get uncomfortable with how peaceful everything feels. And then, almost magically, you create a problem. Yeah, that's self-sabotage. And the scariest part? Most of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it. We like to believe we want happiness. We talk about it all the time. We chase it. We plan for it. But the moment happiness shows up unannounced, we panic, because happiness feels unfamiliar. See, your brain is not designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you safe. And safe to the brain doesn't mean peaceful or joyful. It means predictable. So if chaos is what you've known, chaos feels normal. If disappointment is what you expect, disappointment feels comfortable. Peace? Peace feels suspicious. That's why silence can feel louder than noise. That's why a healthy relationship can feel boring. That's why good news sometimes makes you anxious instead of excited. Your brain goes, wait, this doesn't match the pattern. So it starts searching for danger. You know this one. Someone treats you kindly and consistently. They reply on time. They communicate clearly. And instead of feeling relieved, you think, why are they being so nice? Congratulations. You've unlocked trust issues level 3. We laugh about it, but it's real. Here's another example. You finally get a free day. No responsibilities. Nothing urgent. You sit down, relax, and 5 minutes later you're scrolling through stressful content, checking emails, or worrying about the future. Why? Because calm feels unfamiliar. Your mind says, this is too quiet. Something must be wrong. So it creates noise. We don't sabotage happiness because we hate it. We sabotage it because we don't trust it. And that mistrust usually comes from past experiences. When you've been hurt before, your brain remembers. When you've been disappointed before, your brain learns. When things ended badly in the past, your brain prepares you for a repeat. It says, let's ruin this now, before it ruins us later. So you pull away. You overthink. You self-doubt. You talk yourself out of joy by calling it being realistic. You say things like, it's too good to be true. This won't last. They'll change eventually. I don't deserve this yet. But let's be honest. That's not realism. That's fear wearing a logical outfit. Fear is sneaky like that. It pretends to be wisdom. It pretends to be maturity. It pretends to be emotional intelligence. But really, it's just trying to avoid pain. And here's the hard truth. The brain would rather choose a familiar pain than risk an unfamiliar happiness. That's why people stay in toxic environments. That's why we delay opportunities we worked hard for. That's why we push away people who treat us well. At least pain is predictable. Happiness requires vulnerability. And vulnerability feels dangerous when you've been hurt. So we sabotage. We start fights over small things. We distance ourselves emotionally. We procrastinate on dreams we secretly care about. Then when things fall apart, we say, see, I knew it. But what we really did was prove our fear right. And that's exhausting. Living in constant defense mode, always preparing for loss, never fully present in good moments. You're not protecting yourself. You're depriving yourself. But here's the shift. Awareness changes everything. The moment you notice the pattern, you get power. The next time you feel the urge to ruin something good, pause. Ask yourself, am I reacting to what's happening right now, or to something that happened before? Because the past is loud, but it's not always relevant. You don't have to destroy happiness to survive. You don't have to suffer to deserve peace. You don't have to wait for the worst to enjoy the best. You're allowed to sit in joy without questioning it. You're allowed to trust slowly. You're allowed to feel safe and calm. Happiness isn't a trap. It's not a prank. It's not waiting to humble you. Sometimes, it's just real. So the next time life feels good, don't rush to ruin it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't brace for impact. Just stay. Let the peace feel awkward. Let the joy feel unfamiliar. Let yourself experience something new. That discomfort, that's growth. And if this video felt like it was talking directly to you, hit like. If you want more honest, real conversations like this, subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what's one way you sabotage your own happiness without realizing it? Because recognizing the pattern is the first step to finally breaking it.